Why create many partitions? I have noticed that when installing Ubuntu, some people create multiple partitions for directories. Like one for root, one for home, one for boot. What is the advantage to doing this over installing them all on one partition, assuming there is only one hard drive?
There are several reasons. System robustness. If you have /home on a separate partition from /, then a regular user can't fill up the file system, making it unusable for the rest of the system. Backups. It makes it easier to back up entire partitions and to back up on different schedules. For instance, you might only need to do weekly backups of the system partition, but nightly backups of the /home file system. System installs. You can have the same /home file system mounted by several different system images. And you can delete and rebuild without doing a backup/restore of /home or /local. Disk optimization. Not as much of an issue with today's fast drives, but it used to be common practice to put the system file system on the inside tracks of the disk to speed up access. Using multiple drives. Before the common availability of large drives, it was common to have little room on the system drive. So a separate drive was used for /home. NFS. When sharing data across multiple systems, it is common to do it on a file system basis.
I typically create one for root, one for swap, and one for home. The advantage of this is that it allows you to leave your documents, also music, video, pictures, etc., untouched if you need to reinstall the OS. Because you can completely overwrite the OS partition, root, without touching the home partition, your files are safe and there is no need to perform the time-consuming process of transferring them to another media, and then back to your fresh machine. It makes reformatting/imaging much more elegant. Here is some more info on the benefits. Although it's written about Windows, the principle is the same.
Having /var and /tmp on separate partitions are also generally considered good ideas. That way, if a log file, for example, any temporary file, spins out of control, it will be stopped before filling the entire disk.
I used to overdo the partitioning thing in my good old Windows days because I thought it might be more clear. One drive letter for a certain topic, for example music, pictures, work etc. But even there, separating your data and the system already made sense. Should the system crash, you can just format your system partition and reinstall without losing all your data. Unix-like systems in Ubuntu don't have drive letters, partitions just get mounted in any empty folder. So the thing that actually makes sense in my eyes is create a system partition for the actual system installation. Create a partition for your home directory. Easy to backup, and since almost all programs keep the settings there, you can reinstall/upgrade your system without losing much in a short time. Create a swap partition. Usually works better than a swap file. As Babu already said, create a boot partition if the bootloader doesn't support your system's partition format. More than 4 separate partitions don't make sense in Ubuntu. 4 is the maximum number of primary partitions you can create, it's just a matter of personal preference.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.